So former President Trump has been hammering and hammering and hammering Ron DeSantis recently. You guys know he's come up with like 14 different nicknames for him. He went originally with Ron DeSanctimonious. Ron DeSanctimonious. Sometimes he calls him Ron DeSanctus, which is hilarious because that's not a thing. But anyway, and Meatball Ron was one that was very popular. What he always does is he goes, people are saying Meatball Ron. I would never say Meatball Ron. I don't even like the name Meatball Ron. I think that's very rude. I wouldn't call him Meatball Ron, but other people are calling him Meatball Ron. So that's his trick on that one. And then the new one, oh God, this is, he keeps going like this. He's going to win by 25 points in the Republican primary. Tiny D. He came up with the nickname, Tiny D. Oh my goodness. The dude's in rare form. He has a gift. You must admit he has a nickname gift. Okay. So anyway, he's also been hammering him because DeSantis wants to cut Social Security and Medicare, which is a very politically potent attack. And you're starting to see it in the numbers. Trump's going up a little bit. DeSantis is going down a little bit. DeSantis is still hanging in there way better than Low Energy Jeb ever did, way better than Little Marco ever did. But he's feeling it. He's feeling the heat. Well, anyway, so DeSantis is doing this book tour now. He's going on all like the right-wing friendly media outlets and telling them about his shitty book that nobody cares about. And Trump, this is getting under Trump's skin. Because this has been a long book tour and he's been on a lot of shows and Trump's watching this and he's getting angrier and angrier and angrier. So look at this for Mediaite. Trump throws a fit over DeSantis book sales, accuses him of inflating numbers. Wow, okay. So here's what Trump said. Some in the fake news are falsely stating that Ron DeSanctimonious' book is doing as well as Letters to Trump, my new book. This is fake news. In that Letters doesn't even come out until April 25th. Ron has groups buying his book in order to inflate sales, and in fact, on the first day, his book was already 30% discounted. Letters to Trump has much different pricing and is a coffee table book. The so-called stars corresponded with me. You'll love it. Oh my God, that's so sad. Oh my God. He's doing a dick measuring contest over book sales, bro. Over book sales. So Trump's is you're going to be surprised to learn this. Trump is sort of misstating the facts. So the point that the media made wasn't that this current book isn't selling as well as DeSantis' book right now, because like Trump said, it's not even out yet, right? His book's not even out yet. The point they're making is Trump had a book that he released in 2015 called Crippled America. And DeSantis' book at this point in its release is doing better than Trump's book when it was released in 2015. That's the point that they're making. And that point is accurate. Okay, now, but the other part of this is Trump's actually right about the, he's having groups buy his book. Okay, I don't know, a lot of you guys probably don't know this, you're not, familiar with the business or whatever, but this is a dirty field. This is a dirty field, political commentary and this politicians getting involved in selling books or radio hosts getting involved. It's a dirty industry. So what they do is, and they've done this forever, Rush Limbaugh did this, Mark Levin did this, Sean Hannity did this, Glenn Beck did this. They'll release a book and they have right-wing think tanks buy it in bulk and then they hand it out to their people for free. So that's, and Ann Coulter too, she was on the New York Times bestseller list all the time. Well, this is a trick that she utilized as well. The right-wing think tanks are funded by billionaires. These billionaires fund these right-wing think tanks to be their propaganda arm, to go out there and say things like, cutting taxes for the rich is actually based and really good, and we should do that all the time, nonstop, forever. And so these are their propagandists. Well, one of the things they want to do is make it seem like all these ideas and these people who push these ideas are more popular than they really are. So you take some of your millions of dollars, buy these books in bulk, and hand them out for free. And then, this is something that's rarely, if ever, discussed. And then it looks like, oh my God, these right-wing ideas are really popular. These right-wing commentators are really popular. And it's a way to sort of astroturf their popularity. Now, in the case of DeSantis, I haven't seen any specifics on that front, but I would not be surprised at all if DeSantis was indeed engaging in this trick. Because we also know, by the way, that he is now the favorite of Fox News. They are slowly but surely trying to push him over Trump. And it's fallen a little bit flat, man. It is falling a little bit flat, to say the least. But at the end of the day, this is classic Trump, and it's hilarious. And I love it because he can't help himself. He can't help himself. He has one gear, and it is attack. The second he knew, like, oh, Ron DeSantis is going to run, and he's going to be a threat, it's just all in every day. Hammer him, hammer him, hammer him. And the first, like, 1 or 2 times, you know, you look at it and you're like, ugh, like, this is weird, this is gross, these aren't even accurate attacks, he seems desperate, Trump does. And for the first 2 times, maybe 3 attacks, you're like, yeah, it's sad. But then by the time he's doing it the 12th time, you're just giggling and you're just like, tee, meatball Ron. And that's taken effect, man, that's taken hold. So, anyway, I'm sure there's nothing of value in Ron DeSantis' book. There's never been anything of value in any of Trump's books. But he's hilarious in that he's basically like a petty little high school freak who feels like everything's a personal slight. And it's hilarious to think that this guy was president. He's running for president again. And when he goes to bed at night, he's not thinking about foreign policy. He's not thinking about tax policy or the economy. No, he goes to bed thinking about Ron DeSantis' book sales because he is that deeply, deeply insecure. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.